Now, while the world moves on quickly after the election, with ScoMo and Albo both looking to get on with their respective priorities, some people seem to have been caught out by the coalition's come-from-behind election victory. In Queensland, where Anastasia Palaszczuk's Labor government is in the middle of an about-face on the Adani coal mine, they are promoting and helping to fund a big climate change event next month. The Minister's Climate Challenge will be part of a major event, the Climate Reality Project, as part of Queensland's first Climate Week. And the headline guest is former US Vice President and Nobel Peace Prize winner for his climate activism, Al Gore. Yes, this is the same Al Gore who stood beside Clive Palmer 5 years ago to support the mining magnate's climate policies. You have to be nimble to keep up with this stuff these days. Renee Valaris reported in the Courier Mail on the weekend that Gore will be part of this state government-supported event. The multi-millionaire and an outspoken opponent of the Adani coal mine will run the three-day session in Brisbane from June the 5th to the 7th, Valaris reported, as Queensland students as young as 8 are encouraged to join a Minister's Climate Challenge to help solve climate problems. The Queensland Government is funding a staff member for the event and venue hire costs, but stresses it's not paying for the former Vice President's visit. But you can't help but feeling the whole thing was organised in the expectation of a federal Labor election win on their platform of drastically increased Australian climate change action. Now, after Bill Shorten's loss, the Queensland Government is suddenly hoping to have the Adani coal mine approved within weeks. I wonder what Al Gore will have to say about all that. It should be fun. Maybe some in Labor might find a way to criticise him. Now, in a similar vein, in Sydney, the main 9 media newspaper, the Sydney Morning Herald, has launched a major campaign to deliver the so-called Indigenous voice to Parliament. This needs to happen via a referendum, something Bill Shorten was promising to do in his first term. Now, the Herald seems to have taken up his cause. In a front-page editorial today, the editor, Lisa Davies, said, "The Herald today launches a campaign for the creation of a voice by the end of this term of Parliament. There will be considerable debate about the best way to achieve that goal, but one thing is clear, the process should be high on our agenda." Now, this is a complex and contentious issue, as any constitutional change is bound to be. A lot of commentary on the right of politics outright opposes this concept. I've done a lot of work on this and was writing in favour of it long before the Herald, the Labor Party, or even the Aboriginal consensus favoured the idea. It is a very difficult outcome to deliver. Shorten and Labor came to it late and then tried to hurry it up, and in the coalition there is a lot of strong opposition to the proposal. It looks like the Sydney Morning Herald too was expecting to be helping a new Labor government deliver on this issue. But despite the election result, they're going ahead regardless. Still, a detailed discussion on this idea is the right way to go. But even though Indigenous Affairs Minister Ken Wyatt is not dismissive of the idea altogether, you can forget any chance of this happening inside the next 3 years. State governments and the media need to realise that their Green Left agenda has hit a big roadblock. And it's not just a matter of waking up to the political reality of a coalition government in Canberra, it's a matter of recognising the attitudes of mainstream Australians.